Hey guys, and I just want to thank you for all the support on the last video. As my first video, I didn't think it would get that many views and likes and comments, so I want to thank you guys for that. But today we are here to count down the top 5 best Disney movies of all time. Now, just a reminder, this is my opinion, and this is not based on popularity or anything. And the reason I wanted to do this is just because all Disney movies are great. So it was hard to make this list. I think I had like my top 2 down, but then the other 3, it was just really hard because there were so many to choose from. But this is my top 5, so let's get right into it. At my number 5 is Disney's Fantasia. And the reason I picked this at my number 5 is just because I love this film so much. It's very, very old, but it's still one of the better films. And what's awesome about this film is that it relies so much on music, which you don't really see from a film unless it's a musical. But this one straight up relies on nothing but instrumentals. No singing, no nothing. It's only instrumentals, and it's in sync with the animations. And probably the best part of this film is the Sorcerer's Apprentice scene with Mickey and the brooms, and that's still probably one of my favorite Disney scenes of all time. It's probably top 3. I may do a video later about top Disney scenes because that will be definitely a lot different from my Disney movies. But this is my top 5, and let's go on to number 4.
That we welcome you tonight. And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
At the number 4 spot, we got Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Now, this one I see as a classic Disney movie. And they're also making a live-action version of this in 2017. I think Emma Watson's in it. Not sure about that. But I love the animated version of this so much. Just because every single song in this is so good. Even, like, some of the unpopular songs, like the opening song and also the Gaston song. Both of those are still great, and I love those songs. And this is another one where it relies on music, but this one's sort of vocal music instead of instrumental. But this also sort of has a special place in my heart just because I love the story of this so much. Especially the ballroom scene, and that is why it is my number 4. At my number 3 is Disney's Aladdin. Now, this is the funniest Disney movie there is. There's no funnier movie than Aladdin made by Disney. And it is easily because of the late Robin Williams. This is probably his highest moment. People like other movies with him in it, but I feel like him as the genie is who he is. And there is nobody that will ever be able to replace the genie, and that is the only reason this movie is so good, is because of the genie. It's got a good story and some good music, but it's mostly just the genie, and that is why this film is so good, because of all the comedy in it and all the impressions Genie does, and that's why it's my number 3. At my number 2 is Lilo and Stitch. And I love this movie so much, and this is kind of one of the last 2D animations Disney did. And I kind of wish they would go back to the 2D animation. But why I love this movie so much is it combines two of my favorite things: tropical places and sci-fi. And this one does both very well. And also, this one had a pretty good cartoon series that went along with it on Disney Channel. And Stitch, he's such an iconic character, and I just love this film so much, and that is why it is my number 2. And at my number 1 is The Lion King. Now, I don't see how everyone doesn't have this as their number 1, because it's just so great. It's the best Disney movie of all time, and it will always be my number 1 Disney movie, because this has every single thing a movie needs. It's got the family rivalry, it's got the drama in it, it's got the love, the comedy, the music. It has everything. And it starts off with probably the best opening a Disney movie could have. And it's got one of the best themes ever. And this circle of life thing is probably what ties this movie in as probably my favorite movie. But there's not a bad song on this. Everything from Be Prepared, The Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, they're all so great. And there's a reason it still has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, is because this movie is so good. And that there was some very, very talented voices in this, like Jeremy Irons as Scar, and James Earl Jones as Mufasa. And it's such a dramatic movie. I mean, you start off, it's all happy and stuff, and then it just goes straight to Mufasa's death. And this is probably one of the saddest parts ever in Disney, just to see Mufasa die. And I feel like Scar is one of the best villains of all time, just because he's got all his plans laid out. He's one of the smartest Disney villains of all time, because he knows exactly what he has to do. He has to kill Mufasa, he has to get Simba to leave, and he's going to become king. He's going to have the hyenas take over. It just doesn't work out that great. And there's not much more I can say about this. Every single character is just well thought out. All the voices are great. All the music is great. And that is why it is my number 1. And there is nothing that will be able to top this film. And that was my top 5. And I'm sure every single one of you have a different top 5. So leave that in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you didn't, be sure to hit that dislike button. If you're new and you like film like Disney and Star Wars and some stuff I've yet to do, then you need to hit that subscribe button. I may start doing some news videos about new movies coming out. So if you would like that, be sure to tell me in the comments. And I will see you later.